Yeah, I know. I'm wearing the Sausage Fest shirt, but I have a Wonder Woman ring. Where is it? God damn it! Where is it? Hello, my name is Matt Finwan, and welcome to a review of Wonder Woman. So, Wonder Woman was an amazing movie, the first good DC movie since 2012, and the most funnest since 1992. I just realized those are 20 years apart. Weird. Maybe I'll explain myself one to one of these with the Nolan films and the Burton films and the Schumachers, whatever. But right now, let's focus on it now. So our movie opens up in the present day. It looks like Diana is working at a museum because you'd see in the Justice League trailer that she does some art, sculpting, whatever. Next we see the Wayne Enterprises van that has the picture that we saw of Diana from Batman vs Superman. And also you notice on the license plate on the van it said JL Justice League. Maybe Bruce Wayne already thought of the name for it, so thinking ahead, like he always does. That's Batman for you. So as Diana got the picture, she remembers when she was on Namaskara as a young girl, wanting to be like all the other Amazons, learning how to fight and stuff like that. But her mother, Hippolyta, doesn't want her to fight, but she really wants to. But she goes behind her back and trains with Taiati, because she thinks Diana is ready, and or at least that she knows how to defend herself. At least knows how to defend herself. So we get to hear Hippolyta tell Diana about the story of the old gods, like Zeus. I know the new gods are like Darkseid. Now I'll say Thanos, like how I did in the Guardians review, saying Darkseid. Now I'm saying Thanos. It's just like, ooh, what's wrong with me? So she explains that Zeus created man all over Earth, and Ares wanted to corrupted man, caused them to fight each other, and then Zeus made the Amazons to fight Ares' army. Got all the other gods fight Ares, and then he died, and they defeat Ares because with Zeus' last power to defeat him. He also uses another bit of his power to give the Amazons a god killer if Ares ever comes back. Now Diana thinks it's the sword, but really we know what the god killer is. It was Diana. This is also a spoiler, so why watching? So Hippolyta finds Diana and Hippolyte training, and she doesn't like this. But then Hippolyta agrees if she's gonna be trained, then train her better than any of the Amazons. So years later, Diana is better than all the Amazons. She defeats all of them, and even that big, who's also a wrestler in real life. I'm glad they're just not picking up random women on the corner to hey, you wanna be in a Wonder Woman movie? Be an Amazon? Pick actual athletes to be one of the Amazons. That's pretty cool. So she defeats all the Amazons. So now she tries to fight her master, Taiati. Well, she is still a little bit better than Diana. She disarms her and tells her about all these things that you need to watch yourself, prepare yourself, trying to slash her as well, trying to kill her. Relax a little bit. And then Diana does her, the bracelet thing. She hits it and makes a shockwave. And Taiati gets knocked back, and then after that, Diana gets a little embarrassed about what she had done to her master, that weird shockwave. And then she chucks it off to the ocean, where she gets to see the Steve Trevor's plane getting crashed, and she goes to rescue him. And this is the first time she ever saw a man, and he doesn't know where he is. He might be dead because he sees a beautiful woman. He thinks the angel, probably. He's also being followed by the Germans, and they enter them stairs. They're where does fog come from? And then they go through it. This island that came out of nowhere, and then the Amazon comes and sees shoulders, and they fight them. And it's very graphic to what you see from this moment, because I know a little girl will probably see this movie, and it's hey chickens, why? I know it's a war movie, but very graphic. Little kids are making see this. It's I don't know. It's just a weird feeling about it. I just had a weird feeling. Why? Kind of. I don't know. I'm baffled. Maybe I get slapped on the head. The Amazons look like they're not bulletproof, so Diana picks up a sword and tries to fight them as well. And then one of the Germans tries to shoot Diana, and Taiati blocks the bullet. She dies, and then she tries to tell Diana that she is God Killer, but too late. And the Amazons did win that battle because they are Amazons and they can kick ass. They see Trevor, and I think he's one of them because he's wearing a uniform, you're wearing their colors. So they use the last level of truth on him, try to see what he's all about, and he's telling them all the stuff that he's with British intelligence. He's a spy. He's trying to force himself not to do it. I'm a spy! So Trevor tells them about the Germans having the war. It's the war to end all wars. This giant war. It's called the Great War. And he tells that there's just the scientist that builds the dangerous weapons that the Germans have. Her name was Isabel Mar. I think that's how German name or French name or whatever. Or I could say Isabel, but I don't know about the Mar, the last name part. I think it's saying that right. I tried to Google it, see how I pronounce it right. Or how everyone likes to call her Dr. Poison. Trevor says that he stole her book about her formulas, trying to get the hell out of there. He did a great job. He goes in the plane, destroys all their other planes. Good job, Trevor. That's how you do it. And then he got shot down by the Germans. Now, Diana wants to go because she thinks, but Hippolyta doesn't let her. Diana also thinks it's Ares that's causing all this. That's why she wants to go. Hippolyta doesn't want her to go because it's not their battle. I think they keep Trevor as a prisoner in that part. It's like, let him go. And she really wants to go and fight. Show off her mad skills. She is the god killer. Hippolyta doesn't let her go, then she's gonna sneak out. And there's been like 3 sneakings in this movie. Her sneaking, her training, Trevor sneaking around, trying to steal stuff from the Germans. And we got Diana sneaking off the island, taking Trevor as well. And she gets all her armor and her god killer sword and shield, which these weapons are different from the Batman vs Superman. So Hippolyta catches Diana trying to sneak, and she knows that she can't stop her, but she's gonna do whatever she wants and decides to let her go. Tells her that the world's not gonna be like our own and yada at all. Okay, so when Steve and Diana are on a boat, I like the conversation between them because like talk about like her life, like how she's born, and she's like, I'm made from clay, from the original story of Wonder Woman from the 40s.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat.
And they talk about like Trevor like sleep with women. Like that their little conversation on the boat it's charming, it's nice, it's fun. One other thing before I continue. There was where like the bath scene Trevor was babying. He said it was a fountain of youth. I thought it was a Lazarus pit because I know that there's multiple Lazarus pits around the world, not just one that's owned by Ra's al Ghul. She said it was a fountain of youth. It was like you do see like Trevor's full-on body, and he's covering up his private, but it's like, again, there are probably little kids here, like little girls, don't want to see that. So yeah, the conversation that they have is nice. So now we go back to Dr. Poison and what she's been doing, like trying to figure out her formula, trying to like conquer her, because she's looking at her old notes and like what she did with it, and then she can't figure it out what. Now, I don't remember the guy that we thought was Ares at that time. I think he was an actual German general at that time. She gives him like this bottle thing that he smells and like he's like stronger. Like that could be like the prototype for Bane, steroids, and beat up Batman. It could be the prototype for it. A little Easter egg for that. She says like restore your strength. I thought it was Ares as human form and like at that time, but we know it's not. So she actually did find like formula too, like that poison gas that she wants to like, destroy. So Diana and Steve arrive at London, and like London's not that pretty still. Well, it's like it's kind of a dump.
Welcome to jolly old London.
It's hideous.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
So now Diana is in man's world. Oh, there's a woman in it too. Well, she has her new experience. She also sees a baby for the first time. So they meet up with Steve's assistant to tell her that he's alive. Also, they think that Diana should fit more well in shopping spree time. You do try on a couple of outfits and then like they decide to go with that look that we see. She has some good jokey lines, like the bit with the sword and the shield. Like,
Yep, that's not gonna work. Please put the sword down.
It doesn't go with the outfit.
At all.
I like that part. So after that bit, Steve's getting followed by some goons and like they corner him into alley and try to shoot him. And then we get 1978 Richard Donner Superman reference, how like she tried to catch a bullet. That's a nice Easter egg. So they defeat the goons and they cyanide themselves so they won't get interrogated. That also happened in Captain America, which this movie is kind of like, which I'll get to it in a bit more when we get to that war stuff. So Steve brings Dr. Poison's book to his superiors, tell them what's happening. And like none of them could read it because it's in different languages, but Diana's like snooping around, like, and they're also wondering what's the woman doing here. She's like, I can read this stuff. It's a good thing she's there. She can read it. So she reads it and like it's all this deadly poison that's like that it can go through the mask, the poison mask, and kill almost everyone. Plan to put that poison in no man's land field or so his superiors don't let him. Steve has an idea. Sneak out. See, first there was Paulta saying like don't go. Now Steve's superiors saying don't go. There's a lot of don't goes and sneaking around in this movie. Then we get to see Steve's buddies, like which are the Rejects Howling Commandos, you know, like Captain America, who are the people we saw in the picture. But one of the leaders, Sir Patrick, sees them trying to like gather his men. So he's willing to go and like taking the risk. He decides them and funds them because like they do need money to like sneak out the place. So yeah, these group is like the Reject Howling Commandos, but they're better than the Howling Commandos because we get to learn about them. Like one of them is an actor, one of them can sing, and also I think the one that can sing has like word trauma. It's like I like the first Captain America, but we don't know anything about the Howling Commandos. They're just like drinkers. In Captain America, they're like, tell them to fill them up, and then we'll go with you, whatever. Philip Cap, come on, rounds on you. Put on my tab. And he's there! I don't mean it. I love your movie. I love the first movie. No, I don't. I do like the second and third. So, we get to see more graphic stuff from the war. Men, their limbs are cut off or exploded off. It's another graphic scenery. So they go to No Man's Land, finally, and then Steve, there's a lot of like, chaos happening on No Man's Land right now. And like, Steve is like, no, Diana, it's too dangerous. Like, she's like, we're here, ready to fight. It's like, come on, no. When he turns around, she goes up the ladder, takes off her like coat. Like, I also like that she didn't say, I'm no man. Like, perfect, Patty Jenkins, yay! You didn't have to say that. You don't have to be like, I'm no man, or whatever. So, it's a great scene, like, all the fires concentrating on her, and, like, our British and American soldiers can, like, go forward and stop them. And then you hear, like, Hans Dana playing in the background. I thought going into this movie like this is, like, it's not her main theme. It's more of an action theme for her. We still don't have a main theme for her. Like, we do have Wonder Woman! Yeah, from the 70s, but we don't have a main theme. We need a main theme. That's what we need. It is more of an action beat tune, but it's still we need a main theme. So Diana defeats all the Germans and frees the town people that were like held captive, and they have a little party. Yay! This is where we get to see all the Reject Howling Commandos stories and stuff like that. Like see how like the heart of these characters are. So I really like about what Patty Jenkins did. She gave these soldiers, humanize them. They're not being soldiers saying putting the tab on us. I like that. I really did. Thank you, Patty Jenkins. I think she knew what to do. Oh, and then we get to like little stances with Diana. I think like at that point they're like falling in love with each other, and like Diana does fall in love with Steven comics, and it plays up really nicely and well and romantic. And I think they probably did it. I don't know. You know what it is? It's sex. Funny thing to note. In my notes, I have who we dealt with Ares in my notes. It's Lunadolf, I think. Lunadolf? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't have it memorized. It's funny. Meanwhile, the German generals want to like give up. They have no money, food, or supplies left. But Lunadolf and Dr. Poison don't want that to happen. And then they took off that new poison and also the gas mask there as well. But the gas mask won't work. He giggle about it. Like it's like a cartoon. Like, but the gas mask won't work on them. They don't know that. Like you can tell how that cartoonish. Like, guess to make the villains goofier. Like, that's what they've seen me doing in these movies. Like, with Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. That's what I saw when I saw Batman vs Superman. So, Reject Howling Commando sees like a carriage go into like, I guess to a German castle for a party. Try to sneak on board. See more sneaking on board. They beat up some German in fancy get up and like sneak in that party, and Dusseldorf is going to be there. Diana wants to go too, but they won't let her because they gotta handle it their way, spy way, instead of the Amazon way. But she doesn't listen and like takes somebody's party dress from another. They sneak and then she sneaks behind them. Sneaking behind sneaking. Steve stops her from like trying to assassinate Dusseldorf, and like Dusseldorf goes to like German headquarters to like see how the poison is developing. Diana goes after him. When she does, they fight for a bit and she kills him, and like she thinks that he's Ares, and like Ares is god of war, and like all the fighting will stop and nothing happens. Like, and Steve goes like, because this is war. This is not some mystical god that's trying to cause all this. And like, it makes sense. Like, war is war. Like, World War I did happen and World War II happened. And before that, the Civil War happened. Before that, the Revolutionary War happened. And more war before that. Like, war is just a war. Like, this is a really great moment, but this is also a superhero movie. I was also like wondering, where's the final battle? Even though this is still a great moment. Well, there is a big final battle. It's like, it is kind of conflicted. Like, what should be what? War should just happen? Like, what? Because like one power conquers another power? Or should this be a superhero movie, kind of like Captain America? So we do find out that Sir Patrick is Ares, and they fight, and he gets some armor and stuff like that. You see his face. You don't like see how it'll be like covered in shadow and red eyes. It's just like you see like his face, and it's like, oh, takes you out a little bit. And he also explains that sword that you try stabbing with, it's not the god. You are the god killer. Zeus and Hippolyta, they're your parents. You're not made from clay. You're made natural born. And also during their fight, Diana does a little bit rubbery throughout this. Like, somebody got to take out the rubbery stuff from this DC movie, because like I don't know why is it Marvel does not look like they're rubbery at all, but they're freaking rubbery. Somebody needs to take out the rubbery stuff and get better designers and stuff like that. So while they're fighting, Steve is gonna like take all the poison and all the way in the plane. While he's on the plane, he gets his gun out and then he's gonna shoot all the gas. But he didn't just shoot. He takes a moment, like, to like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this for my country. This is for the world. See that? And he thinking about, like, should he not do it or should he do it? But he has to do it. So he does it. just explodes. Steve just explodes the gas. And like Ares is like to Diana, this is what man is. Humans are. They create things that hate, cause chaos. Dr. Poison's also right there, like, kill her. Then you'll feel better. She's carrying a tank and just like going to throw at Dr. Poison, like, no, I'm not, because humans are better than this. I've seen them be better than this. She just throws the tank down. You think she could have just thrown the tank at him. So she defeats Ares with power of her god killer powers, whatever, able to kill God. She also produces thunder. Also, she is, I guess, the daughter of Zeus, so I guess she has a bit of thunder in her. Like Thor! When she kills him, like, everyone feels better. When you see the German soldiers, like, feeling better a little bit, they look like they just took a dump. Also, I found it weird that, mostly when they show the Germans, they're speaking English, or, like, they could be speaking German, but we hear them speaking English. It's like that in America, too, as well. I guess it makes sense, too. Like, you can't have, like, kids, like, keep on reading, like, after their parents or whatever. It's easier to do. And also, actors have to learn how to speak German, and Wonder Woman's still great. The characters are great. Like, it's like a Marvel film. Like, the characters are great. The villain's awful. See? That's what you do, DC. That's what you do. Hey, you didn't get those to do. So, there's a lot of speculation about does she fly? And does, but she does jump off with the screen, like, heroically. And, like, is she flying or is she just falling with style or jumping with style? She is pretty sad about Steve dying. Like, it looks like a poster. And we do see, the hat from, like, guy, it's like, we want you. Like, cause I thought it was, like, British intelligence. So I was, like, confused. Like, he doesn't have a British accent. It's like, cause I know Steve Trevor is supposed to be American, but it's, like, it kind of threw me off guard. But yeah, Wonder Woman is really great. There's no post-credit scene. It's like, this is what you do. You don't try and, like, make everything dark and stuff like that. Make everything bright. Like, even when she goes into the no man's field, she's glowing. Her tiara is glowing. Her wrists are glowing. And when she uses her god killer power, her tiara is glowing again. Her tiara is also from Calliope, part of her. Oh yeah, Diana Paula gave it to her when she was leaving. I don't know if she can go back, because it didn't seem like it. Because she didn't say anything about not going back. We have to find out. Justice League or the second Wonder Woman movie. We have to mention some individuals. I think Zack Snyder helped with some individuals. I think that's what people say online before this movie came out. Because like, there were some shots that looked like his shot. So yeah, this is my score for it. So yeah, Wonder Woman was really great. This is what you do, DC. Come on. I hope Justice League is great. So please leave a comment down below. Give me a like, it really helps me out. And subscribe. I've been MattFin1. I've been MattFin1. And see you later. Now, where's my Wonder Woman ring? Where'd it go?